It's 2026 and a lot of things changed last year when it comes to Google Ads and how you should advertise. There have been so many changes regarding AI and additional features, and that left everyone confused, including the advertising and marketing managers. So in this video, I'm going to cover fully how to properly advertise your e-commerce store and achieve great results in 2026, despite all the mess that is happening right now at the moment with AI, getting people more confused and bringing more confusion than value. So let's start first of all with the current landscape. Boom, tada. We have AI mode, we have agents, and we have the importance of first party data. And I'm going to cover this later on. Why is it so crucial nowadays? But first of all, let's start with agentic and AI mode. Currently, if you go to Google, there is the AI mode search. This means that users no longer click on the search results, they just receive the answers within AI mode, and then it helps them make their decision regarding the product purchase, etc. And then you have shopping agents, which are AI assistants that now evaluate products and negotiate on behalf of humans. They're very cool tools that do that. And we we have GEO, generative engine optimization, can be also called AIO, and so many different names. But what it means is that nowadays visibility depends on signal health and not just keywords as we used to do for the past 25 years. So why first party data is very important, and I think this is the new currency that will separate campaigns that lose money and businesses that simply cannot leverage Google Ads from those who are actually winning. So signal-based targeting, we know that now we're removing all the cookies, the browser trying to remove them, and cookies were temporarily saving the information about the users that visit your website within the browser. And now it changed. So you cannot do that easily. Also, a lot of users have ad blockers installed, some of them using incognito mode. There's so many things that prevent us from properly tracking the results of advertising nowadays. So first-party data is the only way to train Google AI. Without it, your Performance Max campaigns and basically any campaigns that are using smart bidding strategy are flying blind. So this means for us that we need to have privacy-first signal architecture, we need to have predictive audience modeling, and we need direct server-side feedback loops. So to explain this in a plain language, we need to use a specific tool that can properly track the data, and it needs to be in-house. We need to own it, so it will be first-party data and not relying on pixels as we used to until now. In terms of implementation, let's say you have a new store and you're willing to give Google Ads a go, give it a try, see if it will work for you. What is the proper way? What kind of campaigns you should create? For that, I have a simple three-phase process. First of all, when you're starting out, you don't have any data, any conversion data, no marketing data at all. So you don't know where to start. You don't know what will work, what will not, what kind of audience will resonate with your products, what kind of conversion rate will you achieve, what kind of ROAS, etc. So what you should do in that case? Well, Google Ads has plenty of different campaign options, right? You have shopping, PMax, video, demand gen, and Google rolling out different campaign types from time to time, like app campaigns, for example. That is not relevant for e-commerce store. So what campaigns you should work with? First of all, you should start with search and shopping campaigns. And why is that? Because these campaigns have the highest intent. This means that people already interested in the products that you're offering and they're searching for them. So it's sitting in their mind they're willing to purchase. It's not a cold audience that doesn't even know that your products exist. And it's very good audience to start with. It's much more expensive than the rest because we need to pay higher cost per click. If somebody clicks on our ad, we need to pay for it. But it brings the best audience. So when we're starting out and we're not trying to cover the whole market share, we just need a simple go-to-market strategy with Google Ads. This is the way to do it. You need to have search and shopping. And shopping is excellent because search is nice. It gives you the option to present your website in the search results in the form of a text. Yes, you can add a tiny image to it, but shopping campaign is much better because it displays the product and the price and all the necessary information. So it's much bold ad to use. Each campaign has its pros and cons. I suggest you try them both and see what will work. The next phase is a scaling phase. And to achieve phase 2, you need to have at least 30 to 50 monthly conversions. If you don't have it, the smart bidding strategy cannot work because Google doesn't have enough data. But once you have those conversions that you got from the search and shopping campaigns, and hopefully you did the proper conversion tracking, I'm going to cover this a bit later, then you can start with Performance Max. And Performance Max is a campaign type that combines different networks, and it works. First of all, it started as a black box, but recently Google rolled out a lot of features, for example, as channel reporting, so you can see exactly from which channel you're getting which traffic and how it performs. So it's not a black box anymore. And this is the core campaign that Google tries to focus on and bring advertisers to use. Then we have the third phase, which is the retention. And actually, you can use it even in the first phase and the second phase. It kind of depends on your budget. What you need here is, first of all, use video and display campaigns for retargeting. This means getting people who already visited your website. They already landed on your product page or added your one of the products to cart, but didn't complete the purchase. That's how you get them. You use video and display retargeting, which is also a part of Performance Max. But here we're using it separately as a retargeting tool. Then when you want to expand, and I'm talking about phase 3/phase 4, you can use them for broad targeting, broad audience. You can also use demand gen in that case, but this is relevant if you want to increase your market share. But first of all, you need to make sure that your campaigns are profitable and you're getting a proper return on ad spend. In that case, start with phase 1. When you have enough conversions, roll out to phase 2, then you can do the rest. Simple as that. Now, when it comes to shopping campaigns and PMax campaigns, they are heavily reliant on your product feed, the data of your products that you insert into Google Ads through a platform that is called Google Merchant Center. And based on this feed, for example, as product titles, their descriptions, this is the information that Google can work with. And based on this information, Google decides what kind of audience to target, when, where to show your ads to. So this is very, very important, and it's often neglected by e-commerce store because they focus entirely on Google Ads platform and they don't focus on Google Merchant Center, which is very, very important, especially in e-commerce. So feed is crucial as never before. Now let's talk about conversion tracking that I mentioned previously. Conversion tracking, I think it's the number one issue that I encounter in most of the accounts that I audit. I always, first thing I do when I look at the new account or existing account that the client is running is the conversion data. And I always find some kind of an issue. Maybe the account has multiple primary conversions. Maybe the conversion tracking window is not set up properly. Maybe it's not even working. Maybe enhanced conversions are not sending the data properly. There's so many things. And this is the most important thing before you start advertising. Make sure that the conversion tracking is properly set up so you can make proper decisions. But most importantly, let the AI make proper decisions, because that's the only thing it can rely on. In terms of profit segmentation, so here we have 3 different custom labels, different strategies that you can use. For profit margin, we would like to target products that have high margin and set an aggressive return on ad spend, target ROAS bidding strategy. Then we have stock velocity. Here we're going with the volume, so the margins are not that high, but we're trying to get as many sales as possible. That's strategy number 2. And on top of that, we have seasonality. A lot of industries like fashion, jewelry, they have their Black Friday sale, Christmas sale, etc. And you need to be ready for that. So you need to make proper adjustments in the platform, such as using seasonality adjustment feature, which a lot of businesses and also ad agencies don't use. And I don't understand why, because this is so important. Now, to finish, I would like to say that the winners this year are not the best ad agencies or media buyers. They're the ones that are using a proper signals to feed the machine, the AI machine. So that's about it. Thank you for watching. And if you have any questions, make sure to let me know in the comments. Please like and subscribe for more videos like this. Thank you and have an amazing day.